So Ardakita falls. Of all people I expected to fall first, I didn't really think it would be him, but actually, logically thinking about it, he has pushed himself quite freaking hard, especially with his final life, like his final sprint he did in this episode. So, Ardakita falling. That was really, really sad, because, I mean, last episode and the episode before that pretty much was setting up for this very moment to when he fell in the Inter-High, and to see that, I was like, damn, that's sad. It's sad to see how he pretty much, he lost. But what he did was very honorable. I mean, he did his hardest, he pushed himself to the absolute limit, and even over his limits, to carry his team's jersey over the finish line. And to see how far he went to actually save his team, or just trying to get him forward just enough, it really, really makes you respect his character. And that's exactly what this episode is. I mean, I love the moment to when Ardakita falls, and you see every single person a part of Hakone Academy pretty much having their inner monologue about how they really feel about Ardakita, how they actually think about him, how he's helped them, different things like that, and getting to see each individual member think about that, and what he has actually done for them. It really made this episode a lot better, and it actually nails those feels in this episode. It really does. It does a damn good job of nailing those feels to where you can actually care about Ardakita falling. And this really goes to show you that this is the third day of the Inter-High, and when the third day is here, you should expect people to start falling and dropping, and it's pretty sad. I mean, at the end of the day, Ardakita did his job. I mean, look, he even did more than his job. He came back from falling into the pack to almost losing to bringing Manami and Onoda up to the front of the pack, way up to the front of the line where the race is going on. Ardakita did this. He even had a race with Hiroshima that was a freaking beast. And to see something like this, how he managed to accomplish something like this, he did a lot. He surpassed his limits. Even with Hiroshima, he was way beyond his limits when he passed Hiroshima. And when he did that, I was just like, fuck, this is great. This is a really, really good series. I mean, it sucks this series does not get the respect it really deserves. It really deserves a lot more respect, because Yowamushi Pedal, it got me into the sports genre, and once again, every time I see one of these episodes, I realize why I love Yowamushi Pedal so much. These are the episodes I love. This development is so believable, and it really gets you when you actually see these characters that have had a lot of development you've grown connected to. Even though they're on the enemy side, you've grown connected with them, and to see one of them fall is pretty depressing. And it's going to be sad probably to see, you know, some of the characters that we know and love on, you know, Sohoku probably fall too in the future. Because, I mean, we all know that's probably going to happen. It's eventually going to come down to where Onoda and Manami is probably going to be versing each other towards the finish line with Kinjo and Fukutomi. I'm willing to place money on that. Manami and Onoda will be racing towards the finish line carrying their aces. I will place money on that. Or I'm willing to bet that Fukutomi and Kinjo might even fall. Because really, as it was already foreshadowed and hinted at in these past couple episodes in the course of this entire Season 2 of Yowamushi Pedal, if the third day of Inter-High is here and you have teammates fall behind, you don't go back to try to bring them back anymore. You don't do that. You continue forward and you worry about yourself to finish that goal. And I could see this happening. I could really see that happening to where Onoda has to make the decision to even leave his entire team behind to pass the finish line. I see that happening. I really, really do. But the thing is, though, with this episode, the thing this episode sets up is two different things. Manami and Onoda get to the front once again. They finally caught up completely. They're at the front with, you know, their respective teams, you know, Sohoku and Hakone Academy. And also, yeah, Midousuji in the background, his entire plan is a bust when it came to Hiroshima helping him out, but he doesn't seem worried. Midousuji seems very calm, like he doesn't give a shit. Like, even though both teams, Hakone Academy and Sohoku, have their full teams again, technically now Hakune's down one member, he's not really worried. And from what he said in this episode, once again it goes to prove to me why I think Midousuji is best boy, best character, he's a fucking beast, and I fangasm internally when I see Midousuji having his speeches. Like, his monologues, dude, oh my god, I never get fucking tired of Midousuji monologuing. It is the best shit in the series. It really freaking is. When he monologues, I'm like, get ready for some creepy shit with that music, the atmosphere, the tone shifts, stuff like that. That's exactly what happens when Midousuji gets the spotlight in an episode, and that's what happened. I mean, his entire aura around him in this episode when he, like, said, oh, he's not really worried. People will start to fall. He's cracking his fingers. I'm like, oh my god. He's cracking his fingers so one by one of them will fall. And that's pretty much Midousuji foreshadowing, or Midousuji's pretty much taking a peek at the script of the series like, I guess that's what's gonna happen. That's pretty much what Midousuji said. I'm guessing that was very obvious foreshadowing. More people are gonna fall to where it makes Midousuji have a chance. But Midousuji clearly has a plan. He's very calculative. He's a tactician pretty much. So, I highly doubt Midousuji is completely out of this. He wouldn't be there if he did not have some major role to play. Overall, though, episode of Yowamushi Pedal. Badass. Fucking badass. It was a really good episode. As always when it comes to this series continues to impress me by the week, and it never drops in quality. So, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.